Hello everyone, my name is Bygl, and welcome back to another episode here from the Let's Play series. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. Can you tell me this though? What is the difference between this block and this block, huh? It's a pretty fun thing that you can actually do this, having two very similar looking blocks, but this one is actually a brown mushroom block and this one is a mushroom stem. And just a small experiment I did, testing out some textures, because I actually want to use that texture, this one, for something in the future. But anyway, distractions aside, we will be starting a mega project today, like a really big build. Probably the biggest build I have ever tried to construct in my entire Minecraft career, actually. So I've been looking at the surroundings of the Compendium Project for a while, and I mean, we have a cool spruce forest over there, we have a cool forest over there, and we have mountains over on that side, and even though they're not really bad mountains, they actually look pretty cool. I thought that it would be super awesome to actually have like a custom mountain built right there, and you know I like terraforming, right? Terraforming was one of the things that we did like every single episode back in the day, so I would love to return to that and do some terraforming again after a while. And what better way to get back into terraforming than constructing a whole freaking mountain, right? So I actually have no idea how to do this. I have never built a mountain before, but I kind of watched some videos, I have some inspiration, I think I know how to start at least. So over here, on top of this small mountain, so I collected a bunch of materials from all of the different storage areas in our world. Some of the stone is from the outpost, some of it is from our old branch mining cave, some of this is from the Compendium Project. And yeah, I just grabbed some stone, and we're definitely gonna be placing at least these 3 shulkers today. Which I have no idea if this is like a lot or basically nothing. I have basically no frame of reference here, but usually when people start building mountains, they start by getting a bunch of stone into their inventory, and they just construct a few outlines for their mountain. So, looking at this, I kinda want the mountain to start right around over there, and then I want the mountain to kinda like flatten, so we can maybe build something on the top in the future, and then it could kinda just go down over there. So it's not gonna be like a single pointy mountain, it's gonna be more like a mountain range, and like I don't even know why I'm trying to explain this, I basically have no idea. I'm as lost as you guys when it comes to this, but the best thing you can do when you're stuck like this is to just start placing the blocks. So I'm gonna try my best to do a decent outline here. Okay. So this is a pretty decent start, I think. Again, I have never built a mountain before and I have almost no idea what I'm doing, but this seems like a pretty good start. The only issue I have is this. This kinda needs to go kinda like that, following my cursor. It kinda just feels like it just impales the ground somehow and it doesn't look really good. I'm probably gonna change that a little bit. But yeah, other than that, the rest of the mountain is looking pretty good. It goes all the way down here. Here it is looking way more natural, the ending here, so I'm kind of happy with that. But yeah, we have the first line done. We also need to do a bunch of different structure lines to kind of see how wide the mountain is actually gonna be. So that is gonna be the next step, but yeah, I gotta go sleep. And I also gotta figure out how to fix this. Okay guys, I have some pretty bad news here. And that is that it actually started raining pretty badly here, and you might hear some of that in the audio. But other than that, the mountain is actually looking freaking awesome. Look at it. It's way bigger than I actually intended it to be. I didn't realize how big it actually was going to be. Like, I knew I wanted the top of the mountain to be right around there, but that kinda means that the mountain is actually gonna span all the way over here right next to the ender sorter. This is gonna be a nightmare. Because if it's actually gonna go all the way here, we kinda need to make it look natural without really damaging any of this stuff. So yeah, this is gonna be super difficult to actually work with. Also, it might cover our new squid farm over here, which I should actually mention that all of the axolotls in our farm died and I replaced them. Oh, like Spike. The world is really laggy, suddenly for some reason. But we have 3 axolotls in there and they are all new. All of the previous ones died because drowned spawned in the farm and that actually killed them. I would hope that the region would keep them alive. Because they can, after they get hit, they can play dead and regenerate their health. But apparently that was not enough, so we have 3 new axolotls in there. And yeah, this is how much ink sacs they have collected since. Not much, but for the effort that we put into this, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, let's talk about the mountain. So the outlines of the mountain at this point are done. I even placed a beacon here, by the way, just so I could fix a lot of the issues that the mountain was having. Like, the top is way lower now. This whole thing goes way further than before. I kinda just tweaked it and changed it as I pleased, just so I could be happy with it. And at this point, I think this is pretty good. I specifically also made the top of the mountain higher than the clouds, just so when we make a cool build on the top, it would kind of have all of the clouds below it. I think that's gonna look really cool. Sadly, it's probably gonna get changed once 1.18 comes out, because they are gonna be raising the clouds quite a bit when that drops, so yeah, that's kinda sad. But for now, our mountain is taller than the clouds are, and that is really cool. Even this bridge that I marked out with the pumpkins here, I don't think we're gonna even be able to do that either. I wanted to build something over there, and that's not gonna be the case anymore once the mountain is there, because it now spans all the way over there, just in an attempt to make it look natural. Oh boy, okay, well, old plans aside, let's actually start constructing one of the sides here, so you can kinda imagine these walls being constructed. So here you can see the left side and the right side, and basically what we can do is kind of fill this in, and that's gonna make a single wall of the mountain, and that's what we gotta do with every one of these empty spaces. And we're gonna start off with this one probably. So yeah, this is how much stone is actually used, by the way. Almost a whole shulker, so the 3 shulkers, not enough. There's no way that's gonna be remotely enough to even make a single wall. Well, there you have it. We have the first section of the mountain basically done, I would say. This is how it is looking. And I have mixed feelings, but overall, for the fact that I'm building a mountain for the first time, I think that is relatively decent. There's a big issue with the mountain, though. I noticed something I probably should have expected, and we're gonna need a lot of coal to fix it, and yeah, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so just to quickly give you a scale of how the mountain is actually big, I'm just gonna walk all the way to the top, at least the current top, It's not completely finished to the actual top as of right now, but yeah, at parts it is pretty steep, like especially there, but it's mostly pretty easily climbable. And I actually used a pretty cool trick which a builder by the name of BOO used, and that is that he used the dirt whenever there was like a flat area, kinda like this, and whenever there were steeper areas like these ones, he just left it as a stone, and whenever there were like super sharp edges like those, he used deep slate. And I don't think I want to use deep slate. Maybe we can use tuff, as I said, or a different block, maybe andesite. Right now I just want to see if I can climb to the top of this mountain, which I should be able to. It's gonna get slightly tricky over here, but it definitely should be possible, like so. There we go. So yeah, it is pretty tall. It goes all the way over here, right about cloud level. And yeah, I want to turn my attention to the below parts of the mountain. Because this is dangerous. Yeah, I should lit this up before I started building. Oh boy. So yeah, this actually reminds me, like, maybe this is gonna be a good spot for a mob farm, like, even though we do have a really... Yo, he's got freaking fire aspect, and this is not the spot I want to be in. I'm just gonna run around. So yeah, even though we have a really good mob farm in our world, maybe we could build like a creeper farm in this place, because we already have so many bones, right? But we're still running out of gunpowder quite frequently because I use a lot of rockets in this world, and I do want to use a lot of TNT in the future, so maybe that's a good idea for a future project. But if you do have any suggestions about what we could put on the inside of this place, I would be really happy to hear about that, because this is a spectacle. Like, look how giant this place is, and it is barely even close to being finished. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of space to work with once the mountain is finished. And there are so many cool things we can build here as well. We don't just need to build farms, we can maybe build something aesthetic down here as well. Now, I don't really want to build like a Dwarven kingdom or something like that, because like, people done that like a billion times already. I want to build something unique, something people haven't seen before, something that could inspire people when they see it, right? Oh yeah, and recently there was a snapshot which actually added a feature to the game, and the feature is that mobs will no longer be able to spawn when the light level is above 0, so mobs will actually require complete darkness to spawn, so places like these are gonna be way more easily spawn proof. Like this block over here, this is client light 6, and it's got a light level 6 from a block, as you can see on the left hand side. So yeah, mobs in this version can actually spawn here, but in the future they actually won't be able to anymore. So yeah, right now we just gotta deal with this ridiculous amount of torch spam to actually make this place safe to roam. It's actually kind of ridiculous. I'm really starting to get curious. I really want to try out putting some of this tough stuff into the mountain just to see how it looks. It's gonna be a bit of an experiment with you guys that we're gonna do here, but I'm just gonna put like these streams of stuff in these more steep edges of the mountain, and I mean, if it looks good, then we're gonna keep it. And that's all of the stuff I had on hand, and let's see if this looks any better. Okay, barely made a difference. You almost can't see the tuff there, but it is there, and I think it looks slightly better, honestly. Like, the small amount of texture that the tuff has actually works relatively decent, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it for the mountain. But yeah, this is actually gonna be an impossible project to work on. Like, I mean, it's gonna be possible for me, it's not an issue for me to finish this thing, The thing is, I have no idea how I'm gonna show it off on video. Like, I'm not gonna just make you stare at me placing blocks for several hours. Like, this took right about 5 hours, I think, give or take. So yeah, this is mostly gonna be a thing that I will be doing either like off camera, but or maybe like in small building montages in a few episodes. So yeah guys, I hope you understand that there is basically no healthy way of showing off progress on this mountain other than showing you how I make progress section by section. So this is the first section which we completed now, and when we fly around we should have like 6 sections total, maybe 8. So this is the first one, this is gonna be the second one, and this is the third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one. So it's 8 sections total, and we are 1/8, how do you say that? I have no idea. 1 out of 8 sections done on the mountain. So yeah, we're probably gonna finish a second section later today, but for now I'm gonna go do something else. I kinda need a break from building this thing, so let's switch it up for a bit. So we've been around the Compendium Project for quite a while now, and I think it's prime time to start doing some good progress around here. And yeah, to do that, we probably just need to do a bunch of small things around here. Actually, we don't need like a new big build or something, we just need to add a bunch of detail to the builds that are already around here. So one of such things is connecting a path from this main path over here all the way to the new library build over there, which I still don't really have a name for. And there seems to be a ghost block here. Hello? Aha! And the pathway is done, and it just adds so much to an already kind of developed area. Like, making these paths is basically like a reward which you get for building multiple builds. It's the fact that you can connect them afterwards and they just take up so much space, which is always a good thing when you have your Minecraft world. So over here, this pathway will continue this way, kinda like so, and over here we kinda have like a turn, which then connects up to the library like so. So that's how we're gonna be able to get into it, and if we fly away, this is how the pathway looks from a distance, and this whole area just looks so new to me with the mountain there. It's so unique compared to what it looked like before. So yeah, I think the mountain there was a perfect idea, and I'm super excited to keep working on it. But right now I kind of just want to develop this pathway a bit more and work on some small details in the compendium. So here near the ender sorter you can see that we have this spruce railing going all the way around the building. But before we used actually these things, jungle fences, and when I look at the comparison between them, yeah, I think I definitely want to keep using the spruce. I think that is a way better idea. It's got way more contrast compared to this jungle stuff, so yeah, and we also have a lot more detail in the actual spruce railing there. Here we only used the jungle fences alone, but with the spruce things we can actually add a bunch of trapdoors and slabs and stairs, and that's gonna make the railing look way more cool, honestly, if nothing else. So that's what I'm gonna do around the pathway now. I'm just gonna dig out a few blocks like this, put these planks like so, and then I'm just gonna try to figure out like a small railing design. Maybe we can do something like this, trapdoor here, fence here, and fence here. Oops. And then I'm gonna put trapdoors over these ones like so, and yeah, that is just a small part of the railing, and I'm just gonna put a few of these sections all the way around, going all the way to the library. And yeah, just a few of these railings add a lot to the pathway. I definitely need a few more railings over here, but yeah, over here there's way more of them. So yeah, they definitely add a bunch of interest to the road. When you're walking on it, there is always some small detail that you can see when you go around. Also makes the build look way better when you are looking at it from a distance. And at this point, I'm kinda just starting to think about some small details we could put on the road. And I actually had a pretty cool idea. Let's see if it actually turns out being good, because usually when I have, quote, good ideas, they actually end up being pretty bad and I never end up including them into the videos. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think this is gonna work. So basically the idea is here that we're gonna write down the various buildings that we end up building in this place, like the library. And then we put like an arrow pointing in its direction. That way when you are over here, you are like, oh, I want to go to a certain building. Where is that building? Oh, it is this way, okay. That's the idea here at least. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So the ender sorter is over there. That checks out. The library is over there. And whenever you like do a turn, you can see that this points to the wacky house, which I really have no idea how to name that thing. So wacky house is on the left side, library is on the right hand side, and it should be accurate from every single direction. And of course, you're not gonna be pointing people in the direction of the ender sorter when they approach it from over here, because that means that they just approach it from the ender sorter, so there is no reason to do that anyway. I kind of want to make it more readable. Okay, that works. That's pretty good. How does it look if I put glow insects on it? Okay, that's decent. Oh, that's not really readable, I don't think. Okay, I do have this shulker box here. I kind of want to try out a bunch of different dyes on these glow things, because yeah, like that is really cool looking, I think. I think that is really cool. Let's see how... I don't really want to use purple, maybe lime. How does lime look? Okay, I don't think I like that. I mean, it's a cool color, but it doesn't work for the compendium. Yeah, that is barely readable. I never really experimented with these, so this is kind of a first time almost with me. That is a nice color, but it's also not really fitting for this place. What? Wait. This is green. This is lime. The green looks so good. I actually really like the green. But I think we're gonna go with the orange in the end. I think that is the best looking one by far. Also with the white, but the white is kind of basic, honestly. There we go. Okay, that's that done. And now I want to turn my attention to a street light design. I kind of want to build something very similar to these things that we built in the last episode on this road, which connects up this place with Spruce Town. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good design that we have here. And I just want to build something very similar, but with the Compendium Project block palette instead of using the cobblestone and stone bricks and all of that. Dude! Okay, wait, give me a second. Name tags, both of them, just to be sure. We're gonna rename this guy. I wanna keep him actually. Okay, both of these should be renamed. The chicken isn't showing their name, but I don't think that does matter. But yeah, I added a bunch of these lights, as you can see, going all the way around, and yeah, I think we're onto something. I think this is looking better by the second. Oh, you can lead them! Oh my goodness! Okay, let's just keep these guys over here and maybe we can figure out something for them in the future. Oh, that is so ridiculous looking. Okay, and since the episode is already getting really long, I think we should end it off with a big building montage. So, In front of you, you can see a bunch of granite pillars, and each one of these is representing a new custom tree that I'm just about to build here in the Compendium. So these trees, this will probably take like at least 3 hours of constructing, excluding the material gathering, because I do not have any of the materials needed. And not only that, I'm also gonna try and finish another segment of this mountain. This is gonna take a while, but I think it's gonna be worth it, and after I'm done, I think the compendium is gonna be looking really, really good. But yeah, the video is starting to get long and I still wanna do a bunch of building today, so I'm just gonna get into it and hopefully we can get all of this done today. And while the building montage is on the screen, I might as well give a short description of how I proceeded with the tree building itself. So whenever I build trees, I usually try to find better new ways of how to do it. So a while back, we actually did that on camera together. We tried experimenting with bigger tree designs and some different branch designs, and that went pretty good. So what I tried today is building the actual tree trunks itself out of dirt first. That kind of gives you an idea of how the final tree trunk design is gonna look, and it gives you a lot of thinking room before you actually build the tree. And basically what this allows you to do is it allows you to create some more intricate designs for your tree trunks, because before you kind of just built the tree trunk right away and you didn't really have any room to try and make it interesting or cool or something that you haven't tried before, and this allowed me to do exactly that. So we have some new tree trunk designs in these trees, hopefully you'll like them. And as far as the actual mountain build goes, well, let me show you. So here you have it. This is how the Compendium project is looking after today's episode. We made some serious progress. I kinda can't actually believe we did this in a single episode, honestly. We probably could split this into two and maybe do something else in the episodes, but yeah, I guess we just had a super productive one here in the compendium. So I'm gonna show you everything I did here. I'm not gonna describe how I made the trees because your skulls will probably rupture from all of the tree talk that I've been doing recently on the channel. So yeah, we just built the trees like we always did. Stem, twigs, leaf, crown, and then the detail using the glowberries, which actually this is why I brought the string. I want to break this and I want to put string under them. That way they are not gonna go all the way down, because that doesn't really look good. I'm gonna wait for these to grow down though for now. So yeah, I kinda just repeat the same thing we did over there with these trees, and they are looking pretty cool. These two ones especially, they are almost touching near the top there. That creates a nice feeling when you are walking below them, like so. Once we get even more trees over here, it's really gonna start feeling like a forest. We also have this guy over here still. So yeah, this pathway is probably gonna need to be curved like so, because before it was just a straight pathway for a few seconds, and I never really wanted to keep it like that anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yes, I'm not gonna describe these trees, they are literally just trees. I'm just gonna show you how they look. And yeah, here are the trees I was talking about, though. This one has a bit of a special design compared to the other one, so I'm just gonna stop at this one for a minute. So this one has some side branches on the sides, and that looks pretty cool, I think. Also has the glowberries coming from the bottom, and this one has a interesting thing happening to it as well. And this one actually had two main branches, and now it has two tree crowns on the top. And if you look at it from over here, you can kind of see how they merge into one another. I think that looks pretty cool. So those two trees, they are kind of special. The other ones, not so much. They are literally basic trees. Anyway, I just put moss underneath, some brown mushrooms, and it's basically almost the same as this tree over here, which definitely also needs some string under it. And I actually got lazy with this. I didn't build the tree that I planned to build over there. There was one more tree template right there, and I was just like, yeah, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna do it. But I did try to do the mountain, and this is how a mountainside looks before it gets finished. The other one looked similar to this one, so yeah, I didn't actually finish the side of the mountain. I could make an argument that I just wanted to show you guys how it looks before it is finished, and this is how it looks. But no, the thing is that the whole template for this side of the mountain was kinda scuffed. It didn't really work because it was really sharp coming off of this edge, and you can kinda see if we fly this way and away, how this side is way more natural and this is way sharper, so it's gonna need a bunch of work before we can call this finished. And the other thing is that we actually ran out of stone. And not only stone, we also ran out of dirt. So I thought we would have enough resources to make the whole mountain, but apparently not. Apparently I'm gonna have to do a bunch of mining soon if we ever wanna finish this mountain. So yeah, but for today I am pretty happy with the progress we made on the mountain. I'm gonna try to do like one segment every 2 episodes. That sounds manageable. And knowing me, this will probably take 6 months to get finished anyway, even though I just said that, so maybe ignore all of my promises, because I almost never actually push through with them. But yeah, that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!